Your trail begins at Vincent Gap, which is 7 or 8 miles west on Angeles Crest Highway west of Wrightwood. And your trail starts from the southwest corner of the parking lot and is an obvious trailhead. The trail continues up quite rapidly through a series of switchbacks and into coniferous forest. Very, very pretty. An ongoing fire, apparently. Thought maybe it's just campfire smoke. From its proximity, it's heading right up here. There's a helicopter going around it right there. It's headed up towards us. Can't these people keep from burning everything up? Anyways. Alright, well there it is. You can see the source of the fire down on the ground outside of the mountains. And it's a good thing, my guess, is that it's a controlled burn. Or just a bad idea on a windy day. One of the two. And here we are at the sign that says Lamel Spring. And I guess 0.4 miles, 0.2 miles. I don't know. Guess I'm in no hurry, so I don't think I'm going to make it back in time to do the second hike I was planning. So why don't we go check it out? These things smell so freaking nice. That's all you can say. Look at that. This is Little Lamel Springs. Lamel Spring. Some bird feathers stuck in here because it looks like this place has been frequented by birds, or birds got attacked here. It looks like kind of sketchy route down. There's some Clarkia though. Look at that growing here. Why is it growing here? Because it's a spring and there's lots of water. So I'm going to go over the top here, come around the other side of it. That's sketchy, but not easy. Oh, and then you got this. Somebody planted some spearmint here, which I guess is cool. I'll have to take a piece home. But they didn't have to, you know. Like there isn't enough cool things here already. Like those currents we just passed back there. Here is Lamel Spring. Now, I guess it'd be kind of hard pressed to get your water out of it, since there's no like real faucet. Just lift this up and kind of scoop your bottle in there. Not sure what the thing is. I guess I know what that's for. It's to keep dirt and stuff from filling up the spring and clogging it up. But it ain't flowing all that much. A lot of people said they thought the water was not fresh, but I mean it's coming straight out of this freaking rock, man. Unless somebody peed or pooped right here. Oh, look at that toilet paper. No, I'm kidding. Then, you know, or if some bird was attacked right here and its dead body's here. Rotting bird. Well, there's a faint bit of a funky smell to it, but look at that Clark. Yeah, isn't that beautiful? I gotta take a picture of that. Okay, here, I'm at a campsite. I think it said 16 or 19 on the tree, right where this, along the trail. It's a switchback. Here's your little fire pit somebody made. This whole flat is bitchin', man. I've already availed it as a restroom. It's worked out well. So your trail's up there. And you just sort of descend down a little bit to this. Well, it might have been I don't know, it's a log around, just a flatter spot where you could camp. Like you could camp right there on that flat spot right there. It's a really bitchin' camp, to be honest. And so you fill up your water at Lamel, and then you come here and climb up to here and camp. And then you never even go to the top. But, you know, you gotta go to the top. It's a route down. Kind of goes towards the gully. Right above the gully, and there's a campsite there with a fire ring. Here you got some graffiti. And then, right here you got a different kind of graffiti. I think this is indicating where the campsite would be for PCTers. This must be campsite number 16. I'm gonna have to look all this up and see what the significance of the 16 is, because it's right here on the switchback of the PCT / Baden Powell Trail. So then, off the PCT, just a little ways further after the 16 marker, you get to this, and I don't see any spray paint on trees here. This is clearly an awesome group site. Clearly, well-trod trail coming into it. Well-detailed campsites with very leveled campsites. This would be wonderful to camp here. All right, well, right here up ahead, there's a tree, a stump that's got 19 spray painted on it. Same type of paint. It's obviously the same author. And then, I don't know if you could call this down here campable. It's kind of flatter, kind of flat-ish. I didn't go all the way down there and look, but it might well be a campable spot as well, and that would mean that these numbers indicate places for PCTers to set up camp. And I mean, I don't know, I guess it probably made it easier for some people, that way they don't do something stupid, precarious, you know. So here's the 19. I mean, that straight down there in between, it's not totally flat, but it would work in a pinch. And it looks like over there, looks like a spot where there's a sort of a bench as well, maybe an old logging road or something. And quite a little ways further up, the trail's right here to another little campsite. Looks like it's got for about 3, 4, 5 single spots. 5, 6, right here. Does that say mile 3? Because it's a little discouraging because it seems like it's longer than that. But this right here, finally, this tree right here is, maybe it's not Wally Waldron, but it's his little cousin. And it looks like if I go over there where that tree's at, probably get a good chance to take a picture of this for the book. This is a limber pine. It's gnarly up. There's 2 of them next to each other. However, I do not see the sign that said Wally Waldron this way. And there was a sign. I mean, I saw it on the internet. I don't remember seeing it in person. Remember when I was here last 35, 40 years ago or more. Yeah, see, here's your observation site. That could be a Waldron right up there, too. You're kind of too close to the top to turn around, I can tell you that much. Okay, so there we go. Now, I'm setting my sticks down. These are Wally Waldrons as far as I'm concerned. Now, 2 of them. That makes for an interesting picture, I guess. Alright, well, this is a video right now. Look out there, though. Damn, this goes forever. That's scary. It makes me feel acrophobic. Just standing up here looking down on stuff. You're so mother high above everything else, man. So that's another lodgepole pine right there. Well, if I'm going to the top, I guess I might as well bring you guys along. Look at all that chinkapin again. Wow. I hope this is going right to the top. Because you know how these things are. Looks like you're there, but you're really not there. And I need to take a break at the top. It's curving around. Uh-oh. That's the top. Oh, man. I don't know. Yes. Now it starts to get a little scary. You go along this spine, wrap around the base, and then it looks as though it switches back and forth to climb the final goddamn summit. I think there's ponderosa pines over there on that western slope. This is the northern slope. They say they're on here too, but I haven't seen ponderosas yet. I don't know. So Wally Waldron's coming up. We'll take a picture of that. It should be right there, I believe. So I guess I'll take you along. Since it's a little harrowing, it'd be interesting to see over the edge. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my. Oh my. That is just the gnarly gorge of Mine Gulch. Oh my. Oh my. Look down there. The East Fork. No, it's not. That's, whoa. That's still Vincent Gap, and that looks like one of those side canyons. Gosh, I didn't know. Sketched out here. That's one of those side canyons that, oh man, goes up. No, what that is. Yeah, so there's Baldy. There's Pine Canyon, Pine Mountain. All that green down there, that's all Prairie Fork coming down. So it goes in there and comes out right down here somewhere. So that is Mine Gulch, and we're looking down Mine Gulch at the East Fork. Oh my, that is so impressive. Oh, and scary. Oh my. Yeah, I can't look at the camera when I'm doing this. Yeah, it was and then this way towards Wally Waldron. All right, I'm gonna get away from the spine. So a little further. Well, there it is. After 40 some odd years, Slim has returned to the top of Mount Baden Powell. Here it is. I don't have to spend a little time here before I head back. Oh my. Look at that. Is that a bighorn skull? Oh boy. Thought it was bigger. Looked bigger. I don't remember this plaque thing at all. $93,000 feet or something like it. Oh yes. Yeah, one could head down that way, it looks like. Many have leg cramp. It looks like many have, and followed the Scary Ridge down. Take that spine all the way to over there to Dawson. And Burnham. And then Hawkins. Oh boy. It's incredible that you had to go all the way up here to get me over at the PCT. Look at this thing. Apparently it had something in here. Things that I don't know, some sort of like trail marker things. Looks like somebody unearthed this pole. They couldn't do anything about this Boy Scout fucking monument because it's just too mother big. Look at this obelisk. It says self. The Scout training is affected by encouraging the boy through his own enthusiasm to develop himself as an efficient citizen, to create his own character and his individual self-discipline from within. This is education. Who said that? On July 4th, 1916? Holy shit. And here today it's the 8th of July in 2025. It says, what does it say? Robert Baden Powell. So that's what he said. Baden Powell thought, look, they got west right there and they got north. Now, Baden Powell, named 1931 in honor of the founder of Boy Scouting. Elevation 99 feet. 1 foot more would have been 9,400, dude. So if I jump up in the air or stand on a rock that's a foot tall, I'll be at 9,400 feet. Andros National Forest, San Gabriel Mountains. This monument also marks the highest point along the famous Silver Moccasin Trail, over which thousands of scouts trek to high adventure. And you know what they're really talking about, high adventure. So that says God right there. And you can see that some people didn't have the same feelings about God that obviously the Boy Scouts did. So they chiseled it away. It's a pretty good idea in my opinion. Here's east. Country. Country is east, the north is God, south is to the west. So it says right here, a scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Reverent, yep. He's clean all the time. They wash up. Oh, here it is. Others. Oh, you know what the problem is. You know what they always say. The others. That's the problem in life. Others. So let's read this. This monument is dedicated in the memory of Lord Baden Powell of Stilwell, OM, founder of Boy Scouting, in the year of his 100th anniversary, 50th anniversary of World Scouting, 47th anniversary of Scouting in America, September 1957, erected by the Scouts and Scouters of the Los Angeles Area Council, San Gabriel Valley Council, Verdugo Hills Council, Old Baldy Council, Orange Empire Area Council, San Fernando Valley Council, Crescent Bay Area Council, Northern Orange County Council, Long Beach Area Council, Boy Scouts of America, 1857 to 1941. Others. Yep. Here we are. Self. I'm stuck between self and others, when I really should be dedicating myself to self and God. Or maybe I should be working on God and country. That's what they always talk about, God and country. Yeah, don't forget that. But what about country and others? I mean, how does ICE raids and deportations fit into the country others relationship? That's what I want to know. Why is it the others are always south of here? What are they trying to say here? South. Others. Yep. Trying to say the entire Mexican people are others. Yep. I don't know what to say except for what it appears. I don't see any campsites up here, but I haven't got to the actual top. This isn't really the top, is it? It's just the monument that's close to the top. All right, I'm going to the top. There it is. There's the top. If you stand on top of this rock, you will be at 9,400 feet. Oh my. Look down there. My, oh my. Wow, you could skid down part of Mine Gulch. Maybe. Maybe. Let's do a full circle though. Just for fun, okay? Here we go, starting down here, Prairie Fork, going around to the north. Out there is like Lancaster and stuff. And then Palmdale more towards this side. Now we're starting to point more west. And you can see the Angeles and all of those hills along the crest. Pretty interesting. You can see over the horizon of what is that next to Dawson or Mount Burnham, whatever it is. That's Dawson Peak. Mount Burnham's the little one in between. Right on the other side of Dawson, beyond Dawson, if you look out there, you can see Mount Wilson. Pretty interesting. Then you look out here, now we're getting out over the valley and stuff, or I mean well, you know, Los Angeles. This is San Bernardino, actually, out here. And we're looking down towards Ross Mountain now. And then we're making a full circle back around. There's Baldy. Back around, and now we're back to Prairie Fork. Wow. There's the box where I should write lots of stuff, but I don't know if I care. I just want to go down this part with you just to hold your hand, because I know probably kind of freaked out over the whole thing, but believe me, you're safe. You're in good hands. Yeah, I'm not talking about Allstate, right? Now I'm talking about Slim Rayford. So, anyways, he's holding onto your phone, the phone tightly. You're in good hands. Whoa. Loose rocks. These things happen, man. So we're heck, little squirrel going across right on this trail, man. I just can't, I tell you, except for looking at this screen right now, it doesn't seem to me to be really capturing the whole brutal essence, or loving, incredible essence of this trip along the spine. Wow, did you see that bird go by, dude? That was not, no, man, that was so cool. And this spine, look, we're going along spine. Somebody said, I mean, there used to be a sign saying about where Wally Waldron is. That's supposed to be Wally Waldron, I guess. They took the sign that said, "Hi, I'm Wally," off of it. It's probably just as well, because, like, bad enough they named the peak after some guy that never ever climbed it. But what about the rest of these things? I mean, did Wally Waldron? I have no idea what Wally Waldron did. He probably did more, well, I'm guessing he probably did more better things than Lord Baden Powell, you know. Okay, well, I think that pretty much concludes the hike, except for I'll take us down the rest of the way. And I'll show you the sign, because what the hell? You made it this far, right?